Hello, in this video, we want to check how to fill the online form of the American Private Program. Welcome Core. Click on Create Account for Apply. Click on Create Account. Create an account if you are the sponsor group coordinator. Fill the information: first name, last name, email, city, zip code, phone. Click the button Sign Up. A code will be sent to your email, which you must enter in the box on the page, and your application will be activated. At the bottom of the page, before entering the information and clicking on the New Application tab, we first check the documents required for registration. First, we check the requirements before applying. We check the "Here's what you will need to apply." Form a sponsor group. You'll need at least 5 members. Your group coordinator should submit your application. Attend the training. At least one member of your group must attend the Sponsorship Essentials training by link. Be sure to select the Welcome Core from the list of options when you sign. Complete your background checks. Every member of your group needs to complete a background check before you submit your application. Private sponsor groups must raise $2,425 per refugee by the time they arrive in the United States. To apply, you must upload a document that shows you have already raised 60% of this amount, $1,455 per refugee. Remove bank account numbers or personal information from any documents. Acceptable documents can be one of the following: GoFundMe or other online fundraising platform, screenshot fund balance, minimum $1,455 for each refugee at the time of application, the private sponsor group name listed on GoFundMe page or other online fundraiser, or bank statement. Make sure the account balance is visible, minimum $1,455 for each refugee at the time of application. The funds in this bank account are only used for this project. The private sponsor group name must be listed on the account as the account nickname name. Make sure the bank name is visible. Do not upload personal accounts that do not have the sponsor group name listed as a nickname name. Do not upload personal accounts that are used for other purposes or faith-based organization, foundation, nonprofit letter from the organization stating the dollar amount that will be allocated towards the private sponsor group. To upload the signed commitment form for each member in your group, click on the link, and the form must be downloaded and completed and signed by all 5 sponsors. Make a plan supporting refugees in your community requires preparation and research. Sponsor groups must provide core sponsorship services for 90 days, which can be challenging. For example, helping refugees access public benefits and medical screenings may require traveling long distances. Housing can be expensive and difficult to find. There are many resources available to you as you navigate providing these services. Core services such as airport reception, housing, basic necessities, health and mental health services, education and childcare, language and else. Attend an upcoming application support session or watch on demand for an overview of the core services by Attend Session link. Know the refugee or family you want to sponsor. In the application, we'll ask you the following information, and you must pair this information before apply. Their legal and biographical information, such as legal name, date of birth, place of birth, why they left their original country and cannot return, whether they already have a U.S. Refugee Admissions Program, USRAP, or Special Immigrant Visa, SIV, case number, or whether this is a new referral to come to the United States. Documentation such as copies of their refugee registration or identification, photo to upload, similar to a passport. I go back to the top of the page to start the apply. I click on the option New Application and page open for me. Your group coordinator should submit only one application for your entire group. We will communicate any questions or next steps through the application dashboard or to your group coordinator's email. You will be logged out after 15 minutes of inactivity. Save your work by selecting Save or Save and Continue. Data will not be saved automatically. Be sure to close this browser if you are using a public computer. Answer the following questions according to the conditions of your requested application. What program are you applying for? Welcome Corps, support a refugee or family to resettle in your community. Or Welcome Corps on campus, support refugee students on a U.S. college or university campus. Depending on the refugee status you're applying for, select the desired option. What best describes your application? I know the refugees, I want to sponsor. Or I do not know the refugees, I want to sponsor. Please match my group with a refugee or refugee family. Click the Continue button and we will go to the next page. On this page, 7 parts of the program must be filled, which you can see below. I click on the section, Tell us about your sponsor group, to review the information and questions asked in this section for you. Choose a sponsor group name for your group. This name will help you identify this app in your dashboard. We will reference it in future communications and throughout your sponsorship. This name must be mentioned in the financial information you upload later in this application. Choose a name for your group and write it in the box. Are you a member or have you worked with any of the following organizations? Sponsor organizations. Choose the correct answer. How did you hear about the Welcome Corps? Choose the correct answer. Why are you looking to sponsor a refugee? Write your answer in box. Sponsoring groups must provide basic sponsorship services for 90 days. There are many resources in the link source for you who are providing this service. Find these resources according to your location and answer the following questions. Healthcare. After the refugees arrive in your community, you will need to bring them to an initial medical screening, also known as a refugee health assessment. This can require more than one visit and could be located far from your home. List 1. Local healthcare location in your community where refugees can get the initial medical screening, refugee health assessment, after they arrive in the U.S. Where can refugees access Medicaid or Refugee Medical Assistance (RMA) benefits in your community? List the physical location of one of these services. List the name of one clinic or primary care provider in your community that will accept new patients with Medicaid, CHIP, or Refugee Medical Assistance. What is one resource that can help the refugees learn English? What is one paid interpretation company or translation service that can help refugees with appointments or communicating important information? Where in your community can refugees access Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, to apply for food benefits? List the physical location. Where in your community can refugees access Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, to apply for food benefits? List the physical location. Click on the Save and Continue button to save the information and go to the next step. We go to the second section, Add your sponsor group members, to see what information we need to enter. When listing sponsor group members, please use formal names spelled the same way as on official identification, e.g., driver's license. The sponsor group member information should also match what was entered when completing the background check. We also ask that you provide one secondary point of contact for your sponsor group. Sponsor group must have at least 5 members, maximum of 10. You must add every member of your group in this section. Click on the word Edit so that you can enter the information of each sponsor member. You must enter information such as first name, last name, street address, city, state, zip, cell phone, email, birth date, and gender. Enter this information for all 5 sponsors, and if you need to enter the information of more people, use the Add Member button. Upload a commitment form that is signed by every member of your group. Click on the File Upload button and select the file in your system and upload it. Certify the following. The commitment form includes a signature from each group member. All group members are at least 18 years old. All group members have completed the background check. The sponsor group will support the refugee family for a minimum of 3 months. Click on the Save and Continue button to save the information and go to the next step. One member of your group must complete the Sponsorship Essentials for Welcome Core training. Although we encourage all members to participate, upload one certificate of completion. The certificate is available to download on the last page of your training after you select Finish Course. Click Upload File and upload this file. Click Save and Continue. We go to the next section of adding refugee information. In this section, we ask you questions about the refugee or family you want to sponsor. We recommend you collect this information directly from the refugee. This information will be used by the U.S. government to decide their refugee case. You can sponsor a family of up to 10 people. We label the first refugee you enter as the primary contact. The primary contact must be at least 18 years old and be able to answer questions about the entire group. Click on the Edit button and enter the requested information about each refugee. Use the button Add Member to add more refugees. Click the button next to Refugee Information to enter the information. How do you, the sponsor group coordinator, know the refugee? Enter the refugee following information: name, middle name, last or family name, date of birth, U.S. RAP, case number, or SEV case number if they have. Refugee biographical information. Enter the refugee's biographical information in this section. Refugee place of birth. Enter the country first, followed by the state, province, and then city. Legal sex, marital status, religion, ethnicity, native language, nationality. Refugee identification uploads, proof of registration. To be eligible for this program, all refugees must be registered by September 30th, 2023, with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, or with the government where they currently live. Does the refugee have a proof of registration, POR, or refugee identification card? To upload, click on Upload File and upload the proof of registration, POR, or refugee identification card. Registration, John issuance date. This should be the registration or issuance date that appears on the file uploaded above. This date must be on or before September 30th, 2023. For example, January 19, 2000. Upload a photo of the refugee. The style should be similar to the type of photo used for a passport. Click Upload File. File size must be 2 MB or less. In the refugee claims section, the questions must be answered according to the refugee case. Past experience. Did the refugee previously suffer any harm in their country of origin? Who harmed them? Do not put names of specific individuals. Were they harmed because of their race, ethnicity, religion, nationality, political opinion, or being a part of another type of group? Describe what happened. Include what harm they experienced. Write a paragraph, at least 500 characters, describing the scenario. Future concerns. Is this refugee afraid of being harmed if they return to their country of origin? After answering all the questions based on the refugee case, click the Save button and go to the next section. In the Refugee Contact Information section, enter phone and email address. Enter phone and email address. Click on Provide Your Preferences section. Preferred airport for refugee arrival. List your preferred major airport for the refugee-family arrival. Take into consideration airports that can accommodate direct or international flights, if possible. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, lends refugees an interest-free loan to travel to the United States. Refugees sign a promissory note of repayment before entering the U.S. Click on the Save and Continue button to save the information and go to the next step. Show Your Financially Prepared section. Click to fill it. What is the total number of people you will support? Refugee family size. For example, I set the number of people to 4, and the requirement for these people was calculated by the program. Welcome Corps requires you to secure at least $9,700 in cash or donated goods by the time the refugees arrive in the U.S. To apply, you must upload proof that you have secured 60% of the required total above. 60% of the Welcome Corps requirement is $5,820. You must upload a document showing that you have secured $5,820. Have you secured this amount? Acceptable documents can be one of the following: GoFundMe, screenshot fund balance, the sponsor group name listed on GoFundMe page, or bank statement. Make sure the funding amount is visible. The funds in this bank account are only used for this project. The sponsor group name must be listed on the account as the account nickname name. Make sure the bank name is visible. Do not upload personal accounts that do not have the sponsor group name listed as a nickname name. Do not upload personal accounts that are used for other purposes or faith-based organization, foundation, nonprofit, letter from the organization stating the dollar amount that will be allocated towards this project. To proof of funds, click Upload File and upload this proof. And answer the question below. By the time the refugees arrive, you must meet 100% of the funding requirement of $9,700. How can you secure the remaining funds you need to meet this requirement? If you already have 100% of what we need, you can express it. Monthly expense calculator. Based on the cost of living in your community, you may need more funds than the Welcome Corps requirement. Use the below calculator to see if you need to plan for more. If you are sponsoring a close family member who will live with you, you still need to estimate the cost of rent in your community below. You must answer the question based on the calculation by the calculator. What is your plan to cover additional costs for your community's cost of living? Certify the following: the sponsor group has raised these funds and that no funds were provided by the refugees who we have applied to sponsor. Click on the Save and Continue button to save the information and go to the next step. Review your application section. You will not be able to change your responses after submitting your application. Review your application to ensure all information is correct. If you think you've finished with the application but are unable to submit, check to make sure that each section above has a green check mark. If it doesn't, review that section to make sure you haven't left a field blank or entered info incorrectly, and certify the following. Finally, you can apply your program by clicking on Submit.